Sarah, Abraham's wife. That was Genesis, the 20th chapter.
So if you don't believe in curses, well, you got a women that find out what a real curse is. I say most people don't believe that there's curses on both sides. On both sides of the, you always talk about witches, you see spells on that, but they don't understand that even now there are curses and blessings, and people can be cursed. And he was fortunate that Yahweh warned him in a dream, else he was through. And people fail to understand, like I said, they fail to understand the significance of dreams. I won't give it maybe 10 or 15 minutes. But I also want to say that we're going to open the floor up to discuss, as I said, the homework about the dream that we gave last week. Before I do that, I just want to say that dreams are very important to your spiritual development. And we showed last week that it's impossible for one to basically remain sane and not dream. And we showed you that every night everybody dreams at least 2 sessions. We'll come back to that later. We'll talk about REM more deeply. But you have 2 or 3 sessions. You go from a light sleep into a deep sleep, and then in the REM you go backwards and forwards, in and out. Go from a real deep sleep back into a light sleep in the REM. You do it about 2 or 3 times a night or more. And so you have at least 2 or 3 sessions or more of dreams. And it's usually the last set of dreams that you kind of remember. Except you go to the washroom, you remember one set of dreams, and then you come back, and then you get another set, you forget that set. But it's a series of dreams you have, and it's impossible to dream. We told you last week, if you do not get into REM sleep, you'll lose it real quick. Your mind. That's one of the reasons how they break prisoners down. They don't let them go to sleep. As they enter a REM sleep, they just won't let you go. As things change, and that happens in when people are in intensive care. They can't get into REM sleep because people are constantly poking them and constantly monitoring them. But I like to say this: dreams have 2 parts. There's 2 parts to the dream. It's the dream itself, and what else is that? What's the other part? That's right, the revelation or the interpretation. So you have 2 parts to dream. And usually, in this case, it wasn't, in most cases, it can be symbolical. So dream has 2 parts to it. You have the dream itself, which is really symbolical in most cases, or in a lot of cases. And then you have the, what? It's the 2, you have the interpretation. And we showed you that in Numbers 12 and 6, is it 12 and 6 there, or 12 and 7? That it says that Yahweh, if there be a prophet among you, Yahweh will speak to them in a what? He said, I will speak to them in a dream and vision. So when he's speaking to you in a dream, and we important to you while you're in a dream, usually when you're in a dream state, you are unconscious. The conscious mind, the mind I'm speaking to you here, it's gone. You're in a death-like state as far as the body is, but you're asleep. And it's in that unconscious state that you become, that he begins to speak to you. But most people in this culture, this is one of the unique cultures in history that is not science, is not religious. In other words, religion and science are what? Separate. So in your educational process, you don't have anything about anything spiritual. So they stripped science of the spiritual components. As a result, most people do not understand the significance of dreams. And dreams, the other part of dreams is part of the new covenant. The new covenant that we are part of after the Messiah's death, burial, and resurrection. These dreams are an integral part of the new covenant. This new covenant that we have after the Messiah's death, burial, and resurrection, the outpouring of the Holy Spirit. So when he says, for many are led by the Spirit, see, they are the sons and daughters of all the Holy Spirit. What he means by to be led by the Spirit is to be led by what? one of the manifestations of to be led by the Spirit is to be led by what? Led by the Spirit is to be led by dreams. In other words, the mind or your consciousness is open to the perception that dreams are a way of receiving messages, not from what they call, well, let me say this. Man is threefold. See, according to this tabernacle pattern, threefold. Body, soul, and spirit. Even the ancient Egyptians knew this concept. See, but they also knew that the spirit would speak to them. You know, so you know, usually what they call dreams back at that time, that's a Greek word. But usually the word was called night vision. And Daniel, he said he was in a night vision on his bed. How you have a night vision in your bed? You're what? You're asleep. And that's when he talked about that he saw the four universal kingdoms that would rule the world. Well then, here we are, every night we go to bed. And you have dreams. And dreams, I told you, are so important. So as we said under the new covenant, after the outpouring of the Holy Spirit, there, dreams were a means where people will be made aware of that the Spirit will communicate to them and be led by them. So not only are you, when you say you led by, you observe these dreams and you are obedient to those what? Dreams. Some people think this is all a dream. They're teaching, especially academically. We talked about it last week. Penny will give it in a few moments. We're going to talk about it next week. When Freud teaches that dreams are past what? Past emotions and fantasies of the mind. And then they spring up. So he doesn't believe that there's any spiritual component to that. It's just fantasies of your mind. And see, you know, if that be the case, then how can the fantasies of your mind begin to prophesy? See what I'm saying? So we'll talk about the limitations that you have. You're being academically stripped of the spiritual component that you have. As a result, you're walking around dead. That's why many people do not have the problems that they meet every day or they confront or things that they should be observing. They do not have access to it. See, and then they run down to the hoochie-coochie man, the psychic mind, trying to get some information. Now they this is not the Holy Spirit that's where within them. See, now I want somebody to give me Acts 2, 6, and 7, and then as we told you, what Penny is actually, you gonna play that or I'm gonna play it? Okay, now we told you the homework that last week. We told you a lot of times. You play that. Play it now. Hold on just a moment. A lot of times people you tell people that God in them and they're looking for answers. So listen, go home and sleep on it. Or if you've got a problem real deep in your mind that's plaguing you, you know, usually people will say, they don't even know it. They say, we have this problem. Next thing it plagued me so bad I went to sleep on it. When I went to sleep on it, I got what? I got an answer. See, everything is threefold by the pattern. See, man, body, soul, spirit. See, now there's you got three parts to the mind, or the consciousness. Remember, the physical body is a house for the soul. And the soul is the house for the Holy Spirit and the consciousness. And now we believe it. We understand that the brain is the center of consciousness in this body. But it is actually in communication with the mind or consciousness, which is not a part of the body. And all you got to do is you can have a out-of-body experience and you can find out real quick is it true or what? Separate. See, now the communication that goes on within the body, or as we say, the mind being threefold. You got a conscious mind. This is the one that I'm speaking here. It's got you here today. And you got a bigger part of that mind is the unconscious. The unconscious mind has a great deal more power than the conscious mind. In other words, it has total photographic memory. That's why people, and like I said, they can't remember an accident, they can't remember what the guy looked like, they put a guy in a trance, you can tell the license number because everything in this room, as I'm speaking to you, I'm concentrating on a few people here, but the unconscious mind, what's coming into my mind, a vast portion of the information is only being received that I focus on with the conscious mind. Now the unconscious mind is taking in everything and photographing everything, whatever. That's why you can walk on the street sometime, and all of a sudden a memory pop up about, 5 years ago. You don't even thinking about it. Bam! Well, where did that come from? You didn't have any control over it. So every now and then, this unconscious mind influences the conscious mind, but most of the time it's behind the scenes. And then what's behind that is what they call the collective unconscious, which is a misunderstanding. That actually is what? The Holy Spirit. So the Holy Spirit is speaking to the part of your mind, the conscious mind, while you are yet asleep. Then while you're yet awake, because when you're awake, you're distracted by anything and everything. And you can't focus on what? Nothing. Too much of anything. You can walk on the street thinking about what you're going to do when you get home, and before you get to the corner, you think what you're going to do with your job. So Yahweh does not like to speak to people when they are what? Distracted. That's the devil's job, to distract us. So much stuff that distracts us daily. Just from a political process, we're distracted. I mean, people are distracted, like I was the guy said, he was telling me, he said, well, Obama won a Nobel Peace Prize, that's good. But listen, we're in a crisis. That's good. That's good. But I said, we're in a crisis now. I mean, this thing is getting out of hand real quick. And I want to know, the first thing I'm going to ask Obama, what did he have? What? I want what dreams he had. Because I know that, listen, your wise men ain't told you what? Nothing. You can forget that. I don't care what kind of Harvard degree. I want to know what the Spirit has revealed to you in the dream. I want you to tell me exactly what you saw. Don't give me an interpretation. Then we can sit down and discuss what manner of direction we should what? Going. As you saw that with Abimelech, he took this man's wife, which we know that Abraham kind of lied to him. But nevertheless, he was born in a what? He was born in a dream. To leave that man's wife alone. If he did, he would be a dead man. See, and Yahweh showed it inside when they closed up all the wounds. They knew something was jumping off. See, and like I say, in this culture, we are taught to ignore this. You're taught to ignore dreams, not unless you're in a spiritual family or a person or institution, to make you aware of the importance of these dreams. Like I said, everybody has had a dream. Like I said, you just might as well play this one clip here, and then we'll open it up. Remember, it says, for as many has been led by the Spirit. See, people say Spirit speak to us in various manifestations. It can be a still small voice, or it can be dreams. And usually, everybody dreams every night. I don't know if doggone, even if he comatose, he dreamed it.
That's Romans 8:14.
That's Romans 8:14. Okay, play this. Now this is from coast to coast, and
the solution to problems and inventions. One of my favorite stories is a lion town that worked for years to design the needle of the sewing machine, and he couldn't get it right until one night he dreamt that he was in a pot. He was going to be boiled alive by cannibals unless he could tell them the design for the sewing machine needle. And in his dream, he woke up and he realized he was dreaming, and as he looked at the spears of the cannibals, he could see there was a tiny hole in the point of the spears, and he knew that that was the design of the sewing machine needle that he'd been working on for years. And he woke up and he drafted it, he sketched it out, and he solved the problem. So it is possible, to kind of open up your sixth sense. If you have a lot of tragedy in your life, I think you're going to pay attention to those dreams.
There is no doubt a creative element within our system.
Absolutely.
That taps into this and it solves your problems and your dilemma. I was always told, Lori, that if you have a problem, sleep on it.
That's right. Sleep on it, and you can also, and I've never found that this exercise will disappoint. You write a little slip of paper. I wish to contact the inner wisdom of my dreaming. Please send me a dream that can help me understand X problem, or please send me a dream about X issue that will help me solve it. And you put it, and you write thank you, you put it under your pillow, and you might not have the dream the first night, but usually within 2 to 3 nights, that problem will be solved in your dream.
I wonder if there's...
Okay. So, we asked everybody to discuss. So, I mean, you got a problem with sickness or whatever you got. You have a source, you have an advocate. In John 14:26, the Messiah said, he told the disciples, I will not leave you what? Comforter. You have a comforter. That comforter appears to you. These things we were not taught. The comforter is the Holy Spirit. And how the Holy Spirit speaks in one manifestation is through dreams. through the small, still voice that speaks to you, or an unction, or whatever. Those things we want you to be open to, because as we enter this crisis situation and chaos, you will have to be open for solutions to direct us, because this is beyond a man and some institution and a computer trying to figure it out. Okay, so who's going to come before? I'll be the first one. Since I don't know if we're going to get even the volunteers. I had this dream 3 days ago. Well, it wasn't an answer to my problem, some things that I wanted to be worked out. But nevertheless, I had this dream about my brother. He had broken, I was in my mother's house, I thought he had broken, in the dream I thought he had broke his arm. And the arm was swelled up and everything. So I said, I woke up. I said, I gotta tell him that he better not be careful of him, because he may break his arm. So he came in this morning. And he had the same white thing I saw in the dream. He said he got stung by what? Bee. It was swollen. So I'm just trying to show you the way the dream works. That was my interpretation. I thought he broke it. I just saw the thing swollen up and everything. So when he told me that, I said, you know what? I just saw that 3 days ago, 2 days ago, the dream. But I'm just talking about those little teeny bitty dreams. I told you another dream about a month ago. I have dreams every night, but the dream I told my wife, I said, listen, you be careful about driving those bottles. That dream that you had a flat tire. And she did. She almost went flat. But I'm saying, those little teeny bitty things, what they build upon, they build your what? Confidence. Another word is F-A what? Faith. About 2 days. So after a while, when we had those dreams, you know what? You don't doubt them. So you don't doubt. So look at some say, the house on fire, or this so-and-so is, he should be trusted. I ain't getting him different, and I'm going to watch him every which way he go. You know? So I mean, you have those type dreams, and these are the things that are the salvation to your soul. And they aid you in your spiritual growth and development. So that are my dreams. So anybody got any testimonies? I'll sit down for a while and then
while they're thinking of
just raise your hand, you know. But that's a dream I had. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. This Tuesday, 2 weeks ago, I had this dream, and I was talking to Yahshua Messiah, and I asked him to show me a Pick 4 number. I played close to 100. I've been asking this to show me a number. So, this is like 2 weeks earlier, I've been asking to show me. So this was 2 weeks ago, it'd be Tuesday, so I was sleeping in the dream, and I saw the number. So what's the interest of it? Ex-girlfriend, her sister had a little antique shop, just in the dream, so I was going to pick things, so I saw this, the wings of a cherub, they was in the play. I said, wow, look at the wings of a cherub, they had the number right on there, but I want to call out the number. They had the number right on there. I said, wow. So then I started disputing, I said, no, that should be such and such. Then that Tuesday, I played it Thursday, then the number came out, I caught it. It's after that in 03 I had a dream too. He showed this number. I caught it in the dream. Remember I told you about it? I won 192,000. I saw it in the dream also. He showed it. Yeah, so it was in I knew it was coming in the midday, I just didn't know what day it was. This was in 203. So I played that number for about a month and I caught it for 192,000. I'm sure the Holy Spirit he showed me in the dream. So that's all I just want to say. He's ever present.
Listen.
So, yep. That's all right. That's all I have to say.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I just want to follow up on Lee's talk about information, because what dreams are is a whole realm of information that's available to us if we know it's around and if we, partake in it. But our culture, the Western civilization, is so devoid of spirit. And this is one of the few cultures that have evolved that didn't connect spirit with science. They have made science one thing and they put the spirit way on the other side. And anyone that comes up with dreams, I just keep thinking about John DeVita often bring in this thing about Titanic. It was some show that came on, I think it was a Twilight Zone show. But what happened was this woman received a dream in her of the Titanic sinking, but her fiance or her, newly, she had just married this guy, they were going to go on the Titanic on their honeymoon. And in her dream, she said, oh, I appreciate the gesture, but I really don't want to go because I saw the Titanic sinking, and you know, and the way that they were advertising the Titanic, oh, it's unsinkable, you know. And he's like looking at her like, you mean I spent all this money and you don't want to go, you know? Come on, don't be exposed for a dream, you know, just dismissing her dream. She went to her parents and she said, I really feel bad. And they said, oh, no, this is a good man. He don't put money out on you, you know. Go on this honeymoon with him. And so every time she went to someone that she trusted in her life, they were telling her, oh, don't be childish. You know, you're acting like a little girl. You know, you're trusting in your dreams. You know, this man has something for you. He's planning a life with you. He's, you know. And so that you see the society did not support the woman. So we know the conclusion. She wanted Titanic and the thing sunk. But you can imagine, in her mind, she's like, hey, you know, I'll do this. You know, I was told this many days, many weeks before this trip. But, you know, because dreams are so belittled in our society and not discussed and not as a means of information. Remember the story we always read about Saul looking for Samuel because a war had come up and Yahweh wasn't speaking to him by Urim, by Thummim, nor by dreams. This is you know, like Samuel verse 128, something like that. Samuel went to a wizard, someone that could call up spirits. And this woman called up, and he said, you know, please call up Samuel for me. And then when Samuel came up, he said, now wait a minute. I had died and went to the other side. Why are you just quieting me? You know, why are you waking me up from the dead? You know, if Yahweh not speaking to you, what do you think I would say to you? I said, who do you think I was getting my information from? I was your advisor in the flesh when I was with you, and everything I told you was thus said Yahweh. Now, if you have done something to make Yahweh stop talking to you, what do you think I'll do? I'm dead. You're going to call me back from the dead and then say, you know, oh, give me some wisdom. He said, I got everything that I told you from Yahweh, and, you know, apparently you've done something now that made him, you know, stop speaking to you. So I just remember this other story, too, in 2 Kings, about this king, Ahaziah, fell down a lattice in his upper chamber, and it was in Samaria. And he told his messengers to go inquire of Beelzebub, the el of the Akrons, if he was gonna, you know, survive this disease or not. He had fell down through his through the house and he hurt himself, and he, you know, and Yahweh said, no, wait. And then Yahweh told Elijah, arise and go and meet the messengers, and say unto them, it is not because there is no el in Israel that you have to inquire of the el of Ekron. See, Yahweh is in each of us. This is what we have to understand. He said, what know you not your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. He dwells right within you. When you sleep at night, what it say, if you would get it, Valerie, I know you know where it is in Joel, or excuse me, where it says, you know, he comes to them, Job, I'm sorry, once, by twice, by night, because so that no one can take credit. He comes to you when your conscious mind is totally shut down, when your logic and reason can't kick in and can't, you know, come up with a plan A or plan B. You sleep, you down, you know, your conscious mind has no governance over what's going on with you at night. That's when he speaks to you. And if you aren't aware, and like I say, those that are led by the Spirit, those who, you know, those that are led by the Spirit know and the importance of dreams. And won't get talked out of them by society, whoever has come up and dismiss you and say, oh, you know, you a child, or you know, you peculiar, or you know, you must be some nut, you believe in the dream. Whatever you think. But I know who dwells in me, and I know who speaks to me. And if I get a message from him, I'm going to take his message way above, you know, anybody else's that's out there, you know, that who's ruling your mind. You looking at TV, you looking at, you know, videos, you out there looking at what the world, and we know our Western world is Mystery Babylon. You get